guys, welcome to another video. This video is the video I said I'd do when Joel Embiid probably got elected as an All-Star. Not only is he an All-Star, he is a starter on the All-Star team. Now, the question is, does he deserve it? Does he deserve to be an All-Star? You saw the question, well, you saw tons of questions in the thumbnail, but yeah, this is basically my opinion on Joel Embiid, and I mean, obviously it's my opinion. I'd hope it's yours too, because otherwise I'm not sure what your opinion would be. I'm not sure why you'd have that opinion either. But, whatever, I don't know. I'm not very good at introing to videos. You might have noticed over watching my videos. If you have watched my videos, which if you haven't, you should do that. Subscribe, like. Good. Okay, let's get into the video. Alright, so now to start with his, my personal favorite stat, his win share is, 4.9, which is not very good. He's averaging less than 23 points a game, which, I mean, is still really good, yes, but he's shooting, 51%, right? That's what I think. 51% overall from the field. Oh, okay. Not 51% from the field. It's 51% from two-pointers. Overall from the field is 46. Horrible. That is absolute garbage. That doesn't happen. If you are a big man, okay, what's his 3-pointers? 33%. If you are a big man, you better be shooting at bare minimum league average from 3, okay? Because you are taking away from easy buckets at the rim, offensive rebounds, just a ton of things if your center is shooting 3-pointers and not hitting them. Like, if he's hitting them, like Brook Lopez, at least last year, was hitting them, okay? So I'm fine with him taking them. Because, again, if you're shooting league average from 3 and you're a big man, or if you're shooting league average from 3, you're anyone to shoot it, but so that is horrible on his part. 2-point percentage, I mean, 51% on 2-pointers, and you are, 7-1, I think this is? Let's see, just confirm. Okay, 7 foot. The fact that you are shooting 51% from 2-pointers is pathetic. That is probably an understatement, too, because, no, that doesn't, no. What's he doing? Is he missing all these, layups and stuff? This is pathetic. That's horrible. That is absolutely gosh dang terrible. And his free throw percentage is, 80, 81, so that's pretty good, I guess, but his free throws, I'd rather have 81% from anywhere else, but you get the point. And now, alright, to the bright spot of his game, I guess we can say. So, his rebounding is the best part of his game, or at least highest above average, I guess I'd say. His rebounds, 11.9, this says, which is pretty good. Well, really good, actually. Yeah. So rebounding, he's pretty good there, but rebounding is probably the least, it's very important, but individually for individual players, it is the least important stat, at least for a big man. Or how do I phrase this? It is, for yeah, okay, I'll just go. For individual players, rebounds are probably the least important stat, I'd say, assisting you, assists you, which is probably the second least important, but, if you can, pass the ball to your teammate, effectively, and show that you're not a, selfish player, if you are an unselfish player and pass the ball a lot, like that's very, very valuable to a team. Sure, like people like Ed Davis, I'm a Jazz fan, is insane at rebounding. Like I'm not saying rebound's not important. I'm just saying other things are more important than that. It's so nice to have one on your team though doing this. So rebounds, I should do like grading. Ooh, I'll do that at the end of the video. I'm kind of trying, with these basketball talk things, I'm kind of trying a new method and just kind of not doing it all in one take so I don't look like a moron and thinking about it forever. Also, hopefully a new set is coming soon. I know exactly where it's going to be. I'm not sure why I'm telling you this now, but I know exactly where it's going to be. It's going to be right there. I'm not going to show it to you yet, but I know exactly where it's going to be as soon as I just clean it out, because it's kind of a mess of birthday presents. Yeah, but yeah. Alrighty, now on to the pretty much rest of his stats before we get into the end part of the video, which will basically recap the whole thing. But so his assist numbers is, let's see, 3.2 assists per game. For a big man, I guess that's fine, but like nothing special at all. But I'm just looking at his last season stats, and he was actually doing pretty well last season. This season, though, like he's like a Russell Westbrook, I'll say. Like he has been good in the past, and by in the past I mean last year. But like not for Westbrook. For Embiid, he was good last year. Westbrook's been good before that, but amazing before that. But the only reason they got All-Star this year is because they've been good in the past. Like Joel Embiid isn't doing at least All-Star starter numbers this year. Maybe it's because he's in the East and there aren't a whole lot of other centers, but I would honestly consider starting Bam Adebayo, like having him as the starter over him. But yeah, just not, yeah. Anyway, so his assists are fine. His steals, 0.8, like, whatever, I guess. You're a big man, that's not really your job, nor is assisting. So, that's okay, I guess. Blocks, 1.4, that's a good number. 7-footer, physical beast, like, he's just built for basketball. He's like Andrew Wiggins. Embiid's actually putting in somewhat, like, work. Wiggins is not, but, so blocks, he's pretty good at. 3 turnovers a game, like, all the good players are doing that, but 3 is excessive. You can take it down, maybe even 0.5 a game. Like, that's literally 1 less turnover every 2 games. If he can do that, he'd be better off, I guess. Like, yeah, because 3 is kind of a lot. 22.9 points. So, yeah, that's the basic rundown on his stats. Now I will do my little evaluation of him. Also, I never talked about defense, but he's pretty good at defense too, so I guess that kind of isn't. Is there a plus minus on here? Not seeing one, but whatever. Yeah, so I will now consult with myself over what he should be getting as an overall player. Alright, now just before we get into the actual grading part, I have to show you the scale, the grading scale, because obviously that's kind of a important part of this, because this is basically just so you know what I mean when I say what I give the player. So yeah, here it is. You can pause the video if you need longer to read it. It's not that small, I guess. But yeah, so here are the actual grades. Alright, so now after thinking about it for, it hasn't been that long, but I'm going to give him a offensive grade of a B, which is, pretty good. Most people would probably give him a lot higher, You're like, oh, he's averaging like 23 points a game on pretty good shooting. Pretty good shooting for the average player. The average player isn't 7 feet tall. He's shooting very, very poorly for a big man. Like, very. Like 50, no, like 51% from 2, then 33 from 3, which was like 46 or 8 or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But just the way how many threes he takes, I mean, no, no. I mean, no, that's just bad. Like that really, really brings it down to me. I'm now looking to see how many threes he takes a game because I forgot. Like attempts a game, he attempts 4 threes a game. Okay, that's not gonna bring it down to a B minus, but that is horrible. Okay, nah, that's just you can't be doing that. So his offensive grade is a B. Now moving on to the defense. Okay, now for the defensive grade, I've thought about it. I mean, it's been an hour since the last time you saw me. It was like well, 0 seconds since the last time you saw me because it instantly pretty much went to me after that. Anyways, it is about an hour later, actually exactly an hour later, I think. But so his defensive grade, I'm gonna give him a grade of an A minus. So that's you saw on the grading scale. It'd be all-star level. So I mean, it's really good defense. He plays insanely good defense, but if he played harder, I think he could be A to A plus. I'm kind of realizing now why they picked him to be in the All-Star game because they see the talents there. He's just not using it to its full potential. Is what I'm seeing or realizing here. I still don't think he should be a starter, but now to the next grade. And now for his rebounding grade, I'm gonna give him an A minus as well on this. You might be like, oh, it should be an A. It's definitely not an A plus. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't be mad at you if you said it was an A. I think it's an A minus just because, like, what was it, like 12 rebounds? So he'd be just under the top tier guys, like Andre Drummond, Rudy Gobert, those players, like that, like Hassan Whiteside, like just under the very, very highest tier. So A minus is still a solid grade, all star level, but yeah. So now on to the next grade, which is his playmaking. So yeah, I forgot to mention this when I was explaining the rating scale. I meant to say system when I was doing all those other things. Not sure if it should have been system, should have not been system, whatever. But what was it? Okay, yes. It's not relative to positioning. This is their overall value as a player, meaning positional value is a factor here. Because centers are less valuable than they were in the past, which is kind of sad because every time I play basketball, I'm like 5'9", 5'10", 7th grade, so I'm usually the center. So, or actually not usually, always. I'm always the center. So that kind of sucks for me to hear. I probably should give him his grade now, huh? So his grade is going to be a C minus. Now, if this were like centers, like based on centers, it'd be closer to like a B. Well, probably, or maybe, yeah, closer to like a B. But I mean, 4 assists a game isn't horrible, is it? Like, I'm probably being too high. I kind of wanted to give it a D plus or a C minus. I went back and forth. D plus still feels right, but I think I'm gonna stick with my C minus because like average players are. Yeah, I think yeah, C minus is a good grade. So not gonna second guess myself there. So on to actually, I think, is that all? Okay, let me think about this. That might be. I'm gonna come up with one more grade to give out. Okay, so I have decided on one more grade to give, and that is team impact. So basically, this is a combination of, regardless of talent, like setting aside talent, what is he doing for the team? Like his off the court behavior, like locker rooms, how hard he plays, like just stuff like that. Like basically everything aside from talent that basketball teams look at, or that sports teams in general look at. So I'm gonna give him a team impact grade of an F. Yeah, okay. I acted like I was like deciding what to give her. An F. He gets an F. It's really not a question for me. Like a D minus. Like there are very very few players, probably in NBA history, that have been worse than him at like getting along with his teammates. Like yeah, but this is yeah like in NBA history there have probably been worse. Now I'm thinking about it, but like this is now, like as of now in the NBA, he is the worst of the worst possible. Oh, I also forgot to mention this when I was explaining it, but there is only one at each, like one of F's and one A pluses for each like category, and Joel Embiid gets the F for team. What did I call it? Team. It wasn't team contribution. Team impact. It was team impact for his team impact slash contribution, I guess. But he gets an F for that because he just doesn't play hard, causes so many problems. Just uh, he gets booed so often in games and acts unlike he should. But yeah. So I'm just going to go to the summary right about like okay, now that was horrible, but I'm just going to go to the summary like just now. Alright, so this is basically just a summary of all of my opinion on Joel Embiid. So he is a soft player that does not play very hard, I guess that's what soft means, but that takes way too many threes, so many off the court issues. Big question for me is why the crap is he an all-star starter? Also, I somehow failed to mention this earlier, but his injury concerns are massive. Like, he's missed a lot of games, like more than a third of their games, I think, which is very, very bad. So you're paying a guy, what, $25 million? I can't remember what I put in the thumbnail. I googled that one because I couldn't find it anywhere else, and I just realized about an hour ago that maybe an hour and a half ago, that I can look at Basketball Reference and find it. But, I'm an idiot, but, so that is what is in the thumbnail. But, I don't remember. Maybe it is 25 million. I think it was 27, but I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah. Um, so you're paying $25 million for a guy that's only going to be there for 2/3 of your game and doesn't even play very hard. The biggest issue with me, like the NBA put him as a all-star starter. Now I could understand, like a reserve, like that would be understandable. But you're telling me that is the best center in the East. Now, granted, there are not amazing centers in the East. Like, you got the 80s and the Rudy Goberts in the West, being all stars. But, like, you got Drummond in the East. Drummond didn't even make the all star team. He's leading the league in rebounds and averaging a lot of points a game. Like, almost 20, I think. But, so first of all, it's stupid how he didn't even make it. I would have honestly put him over Joel Embiid, and I'd have Joel Embiid out of the All-Star game myself. But, yeah, and Drummond plays insane defense. But, yeah, anyway, so that's just what I think about Embiid. You are as a human being, are entitled to your own opinion. You can believe what you want. I'm just sharing why I think this is ridiculous how he's an all-star starter. And my second video on Joel Embiid in the past like 2.5 months. And I haven't posted a ton of videos, but he has been a topic on the channel. We'll just say that. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. I think I know it will be, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, see you then, and bye.